Welcome to today's special edition of Football Scientific. We are continuing our journey through the world of college football. Today we're breaking down our second Power 4 conference, the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference, okay? We're going to break down our power rankings, we're going to break down our bowl predictions and our outcomes of that, and we're really going to see what we think this conference can do this year, okay? So, first, let's break it down. I'm joined by my guest host, Ziggy the Zebra. Ziggy the Zebra, America, ACC. Lots of referees in ACC. I'm a big referee fan. I'm a zebra. Get it? It's a joke. All right, good joke. All right, so in the ACC, there's 17 teams, okay? Number 17, we have the Stanford Cardinal. They have a handful of players that are coming back from last year. They had some weird things going with their coaching position. Andrew Luck is a general manager, AD there now. Frank Reich is the head coach, but maybe not forever. Maybe just a year. It's hard to say what's happening. They're really having to restructure things when they collapse at the Pac-12. They're not in a great spot, but they do have a handful of players that are committed to being at Stanford and probably good students, you know. Boom. What's going bad about them? After 9 losses last year, they lack a lot of confidence. So the roster, while trying to provide stability, they're trying to rebuild with Frank Reich. They know it's kind of like not going well. With that in mind, I got the Stanford Cardinal going 2-6 in the ACC and 3-9 overall with a 13.9% chance of making a bowl game. Number 16, Wake Forest Demon Beacons. At times they've been very good, but this is not those times. Good news is, hey, they got a fresh outlook on things. They got 24 new transfer players. And they're losing talent, but they're gaining talent at the same time to kind of cycle it through people. That's not a recipe for winning a lot of football games, but it is a recipe for being competitive longer down the road. So we'll see if they can get some stability. They're just having to fully rebuild their entire roster right now, so it's not going to be great. This is not going to be a great year for Wake Forest, most likely. They're just rebuilding their roster. They got all these new guys. They got to weave them all together. They got to integrate everyone in. So you got to figure out what everyone can do. Okay, I got Wake Forest going 2-6 in the ACC. 5-7 overall, 36% chance of making a bowl. Food, 15, Boston College Eagles. Okay, they got 2 receivers coming back. Wide receiver Lewis Bond, wide receiver Reed Harris. Okay, so they got some firepower on offense. Boom, they lost a lot of players last year on their offensive line. So now they got to rebuild their offensive line, and that usually makes a difficult run in the ACC if you're rebuilding offensive linemen. I got BC, Boston College, going 3-5 in the ACC and 5-7 overall, 44.2% chance to make a bowl game. Yeah, they're probably not making a bowl game. Okay, number 14, California Golden Bears in the ACC, Atlantic Coast Conference, California. That's how weird college football is right now. But the good news is their head coach, Justin Wilcox, can say, hey, man, no one believes in us. We got nothing to lose. They literally have nothing to lose, okay? They lost their conference. They lose players all the time, including Jaden Ott, who's like their biggest star. So they really have nothing to lose. So they're just out there trying to do what they can do. I predict that they'll go 3-5 in the ACC and go 6-6 overall. And I do have them making a bowl game, oddly enough. Number 13, Syracuse Orange. ACC used to be Orange Man, but now Orange. ACC. No, let's not go there yet. So they have a quarterback, Richie McCord. He's stepping in. We'll see what he does at quarterback. Colin McCord stepped away. So this might be Richie McCann. I don't know. But he's stepping in. They got a new quarterback. He should be pretty good. They lost top wide receivers, Trevor Parrish. And they're losing a lot of weapons, okay? So they're gaining a quarterback, but they're losing weapons. And that's not a good recipe for sustaining success at Syracuse, man. They've always been kind of a middling player anyway. ACC, I got them going 3-5 in the ACC, 5-7 overall. 47.4% chance of making a bowl game. Number 12, Virginia Cavaliers. Always a program surrounded by chaos. They have ex-North Texas quarterback Chandler Morris coming in. He's a good quarterback. They have lost a linebacker, and they pretty much lost their linebacker crew in its entirety, except for one guy saying So they have a lot of influx going. They do tend to be more talented than the other bad teams in the ACC. I mean, not all the teams are bad, but some teams are bad in the ACC, and they have the most talent out of those. So they'll win some games. I got to go on 4-5 in the ACC and 6-6 overall, and they might have a chance to make a bowl game. 64% chance to go into a bowl game. Okay, next. We got the Pittsburgh Panthers. Boom. We said they got 14 new starters. They're running through a bunch of new people. They have, a bunch of transfer types coming in. They got people stepping out. Mainly, the schedule is going to be really tough for them. So they are a talented team. But with a bunch of new players and a really tough schedule, I got them struggling out of the gate and struggling throughout the season. In the ACC, I got them going 4-5 and overall going 6-6 with a 63.9% chance of making a bowl game. Number 10, North Carolina State Wolfpack, after they got upset by East Carolina last year in a bowl game. The next one to get bit by East Carolina. Dave Duran's there. I've heard that they're going to turn the corner this year and be a contender in the ACC. I don't see that happening. But they do have quarterback C.J. Bailey, running back Hollywood Smothers, and tight end Justin Jolly all come back, so they should have a good offense. They are losing 3 players on their offensive line, though, and that's a recipe for a lack of success. I have them struggling out of the gate and struggling throughout the season, going 4-5 in the ACC and 6-6 overall. But I haven't heard ESPN say they think they're going to be a ACC contender. But what do they know? Nothing. They don't know anything about the ACC. Okay, number 9, Virginia Tech Hokies. They got a quarterback, Kyron Drones, is coming back. Should have a little bit of talent around him, but they have lost a lot of people. So they're having to integrate them as quickly as you can. That's what you have to do, is pick them up and you have to integrate them as quickly as you can. With that in mind, I got Virginia Tech going 4-4 in the ACC and 6-6 overall. 63.4% chance to make a bowl game. If they make a bowl game, that's a pretty successful year, really. Okay, number 8, Duke Blue Devils. They got a quarterback, Donovan Mensah. Okay, they lost a lot of players, though, including defensive players, and their schedule's difficult. So it's gonna be a rough ride for Duke Blue Devils. They will be better than Duke has been, traditionally, but it's still gonna be a rough ride for them. I gotta go on 4-4 in the ACC and 7-5 overall. 77.2% chance of making a bowl game. They'll probably make a bowl game. Okay, number 7, Florida State Seminoles. Last year's complete disaster. They have hired offensive coordinator they've hired Gus Malzahn, former Central Florida head coach, as their new offensive coordinator, trying to get things going again. Got to get it going again. They got those transfers last year, but they couldn't integrate them in. They lost a bunch of top defenders, including Patrick Payton and Marcus Jones Jr., Marvin Jones Jr., Marcus Jones Jr. Everyone's upset, man. You're losing all these best players because they want to go win somewhere. You bring Gus Malzahn, the offense should get better, but if the defense doesn't get better, then have they really gotten better? A little bit. I got Florida State going 4-4 in the ACC and 7-5 overall, returning to a bowl game. Or do I? Number 6, North Carolina Tar Heels. Bill Belichick is the head coach. Boom. Quarterback depth is pretty good. They brought in South Alabama quarterback Gio Lopez, so they're competing there. Bad news for them is that they lost an edge rusher, and their defense is probably going to be trashed. There's a lot of transfers have left, and they'd probably replace them, but that doesn't usually go well in major college football. Number 5, Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. ACC, they got third-year quarterback Haynes King coming back. That's rare for a guy to stay with one college the whole time in this day and age with the NIL and stuff. Bad news, offensive line, and they got to replace 3 starters, man. Another team's got to replace 3 starters. They've been making progress there at Georgia Tech. They'll probably be competitive, but they'll lose some games you expected them to win. I got them going 5-3 in the ACC, 8-4 overall, 87.5% chance to make a bowl game. Will they win it? I don't know. Louisville Cardinals. Jeff Brom is an excellent recruiter. He's brought in USC quarterback Miller Moss. And they are also replacing 3 starters on offense. So Jeff Brom understands what he's doing. They're going to whip the ball around the yard. It's going to be a good time. But they are losing some offensive alignment, so they're going to take some losses they probably shouldn't. I got to go on 5-3 in the ACC and 9-3 overall, 93% chance to make a bowl game. Number 3, we got the SMU Mustangs. They have a quarterback it's returning, Kevin Jennings. They have a receiver coming in that should be pretty good. Next, once again, they've lost some people, and they lost 3 starters at wide receiver, which I'm not sure if it's worse to lose wide receiver or offensive line, but offensive line is harder to replace. Number 2 in the ACC, you get the Miami Hurricanes. They got a veteran offensive line. Okay, they got 2 great running backs. Okay, if they utilize that attack, they're going to be in pretty good shape. They don't have Cam Ward anymore, though, as a quarterback. What they do have is a difficult schedule, and they have to replace a quarterback in short time. I've seen some people call them a national contender, but I think they're lying. I got Miami going 6-2 in the ACC, going 9-3 overall, 93.1% chance of making a bowl game. I got them going to the ACC championship game to face the Clemson Tigers. Boom. Clemson Tigers still the class of the ACC right now. Boom. They got 4 first-round draft picks for next year on their roster right now. They are loaded. Okay. They've lost a quarterback. They've lost a running back. They're losing pit parts. They're getting great parts. They got elite players. With that in mind, they're not going to go undefeated, but I do have them going 6-2 in the ACC, 10-2 overall, 96.9% chance of making a bowl game, and I have them winning the ACC. They'll be ACC champs. Okay. Now let's look at the bowl situation for the ACC. First, I got Clemson Tigers going to the college football playoff and getting a bye. One team from ACC is guaranteed to get in. I got Clemson doing it. ACC champs. Cheez-It Bowl, I got Miami returning to the Cheez-It Bowl and taking the L. I got Clemson winning that playoff and make it to the semifinals. We'll see. Gator Bowl, I got SMU Mustangs. It could be Florida State, but I think SMU is a more compelling team. I'd rather see SMU there rather than Florida State, but we'll see. SMU should be the better team, and I think they're going to win that bowl. Mayo Bowl, Louisville Cardinals. It's in their neighborhood. It's North Carolina area. I think they'll be popular. They'll be much better than North Carolina Tar Heels, who would also be a contender for that. So I got them going to the Mayo Bowl and winning the Mayo Bowl. 3-1 so far in bowl games. Fenway Bowl. Okay, I got Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets making it to the Fenway Bowl in Boston. I got them winning that. Boom. Over UConn. So that's 4-1 in bowl games. Boom. Next. We have the Military Bowl. Because of Bill Belichick's connections to the Navy, I have the North Carolina Tar Heels going to that. Boom. I got them winning that against whoever they play. Okay, an AAC team. Holiday Bowl, I got the Cal Golden Bears going to the Holiday Bowl. Why? Because they probably want a West Coast team to be there to help boost the crowd. And that's the only ACC team that's going to be bowl eligible. So they have to go with Cal Golden Bears. Okay. I got them losing that bowl game to probably UNLV. I got UNLV in that game. They're going to lose to them, which is sad. Pinstripe Bowl, we got Florida State making their way back to a bowl game. It'll be in New York City. Should be a fun bowl game. It won't be entertaining or anything, but it'll be in New York City. I got them winning that game. Let's see. Next, in the Sun Bowl, I got Duke going to the Sun Bowl. Duke Blue Devils. I got them winning that Sun Bowl, probably against Utah, getting a win. Gasparilla Bowl, I got the Pittsburgh Panthers going to the Gasparilla Bowl and losing probably to South Florida or Central Florida, probably Central Florida. And then Birmingham Bowl, just down the road, we got the NC State Wolfpack. I think that'd be a big draw for them. Maybe Auburn versus NC State would be a cool Birmingham Bowl. It's a good place to do it. So let's take a look real quick. We got the ACC and many bowl games winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Winning 8 bowl games and losing 1, 2, 3. So 8-3 got 11 bowl games for ACC teams. Got a lot of bowl ties. I got them going 8-3 in the postseason. I got Clemson going to the college football playoff and making it to the semifinals. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so that is our breakdown to ACC and ACC predictions. Thanks for joining us here at Football Scientific. That was the ACC breakdown of our college football preview.